People talk a lot about digital security. It's very popular at the moment. But what does it actually mean? And basically, digital security is about protecting yourself, your identity, and your online data. And it's about taking back your control of this data. First is to using search engines such as Google, such as Firefox, such as Internet Explorer. Look through them all, put your name into the search engine and look to see what content comes up. Check video, also check photos, and what you're looking for is to see how your image is presented to the world. So if somebody looks for your name online, what information is coming up? And ideally what you want to be seeing there is information that you yourself have put out there, or information that you are aware is out there. But quite often what you might find is that there is information there that maybe your friends or family have put online that you're not comfortable being out there. Also, if you are writing or producing content that may create a backlash online from trolls, for example, what you want to be doing is also looking at the comments section under your newspaper articles, under the videos, and seeing what comments are left there, and just getting a gauge for how people perceive you and the kind of threat level that may be directed at you. Another really important tip for your social media accounts, but also for your email accounts and any general accounts that you have where you have personal information in them, is to turn on something called two-factor authentication. And two-factor authentication is, it helps to secure your account. It's a bit like when you go to the bank, you go to the cash machine, you have your card, but you also have your PIN number. Two-factor authentication works like this. So you log into your account with your email address and your password, but then what will happen is that they will send you a code to your phone, normally to your mobile phone or through an app. And this will allow you to access your account. So without this number, you can't get into your account. And this just stops people being able to hack your account, say, if they get hold of your email address and your password. When people think about, people getting into their accounts, they imagine, some person creeping over their computer, trying to access their accounts. It doesn't work like that anymore. What happens is passwords are bought and sold on the dark web. And this is not just a person trying to enter your account, it's a computer program and it's basically running hits. What you need to be looking at is to create passwords which are about 5 to 6 words, not letters or characters, words. And these are words that should be unrelated to each other. Why? Because computer hackers, they have access to dictionaries. So they bought, content from the dark web, which is, dictionaries, song lyrics, poems, all this type of information. And then this is used in order to access people's accounts. The other thing that journalists need to think about is whether they might use a password manager. Now, a password manager remembers passwords so that you do not have to. It is an application that you can download onto your phone, onto your computer. And what it does, it works a bit like a safety deposit box. So it keeps passwords stored for you, and it also generates secure passwords for you. WhatsApp creates a backup of WhatsApp messages and documents and photos to the cloud account linked to that telephone. The other issue with WhatsApp is the data surrounding, it's called metadata. This is the data on the users themselves. So WhatsApp is owned by Facebook. Facebook collect data on their users. So what they have there is data on, who you are sending the message to, what time the message was sent, what time you were last online. So they can't see the content of the message, but they would know that you were in a back and forth conversation with this person purely from the metadata that was included in the app. So Signal works as a chat app, but you can also have voice calls over it. You can send documents. just the same way, but it keeps very little metadata on its users. So that means when governments subpoena Signal for data on their users, they don't have this data to hand over. Why is that important? Because it means that, you know, they are not able to build up a profile of you, for example, who you are talking to and how often, through this metadata. Signal also has some really great features, such as disappearing messages. So this means that you can set messages to disappear after a certain amount of time, which can be very useful, especially if you are working on a very sensitive story, or you're traveling to a region and maybe you're worried about people taking your phone off you, for example, if you're in a demonstration or you get stopped at a roadblock. And you can also set a PIN for Signal, which means that if someone takes your phone, they would need a special PIN code to actually access the app. It won't be open to everybody to see it.